What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another edition of Bing, 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 today's workout. Brian Titanium Training LLC, as always, talking to you about how your protocol works today. So, what you guys have going on today is you have, once again, two sections of exercise with a fun little finisher at the end. Let's talk about section one. So in section one, and because this is the next day in the week, so this is a Tuesday, so now, like I said, we're going to give it just a little bit more weight, a little bit more cardio, it's a little bit more, not a lot. So, and today's focus is pulling. So today's primary focus is pulling. So we're going to do an upper pull, and we're going to do a lower pull with a couple of accessory sections and go from there. So let's talk about exercise number one, which is a single arm plank with a row. You're going to do that for 5 sets, 5 on each arm. The next thing you have is a super band T. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in a second. 3 sets, 12 of those. Then the next thing you have is an open close crunch. 3 sets, 12 total of those. Once you've done that complete section, so what you're going to do is you're going to do 3 rounds of everything, and then the last 2 rounds, so rounds 4 and 5, are just the plank with a row. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then the last 2 rounds, 4 and 5, are going to be just single arm plank with a row. And the same thing actually applies for the next section of exercise. What you're going to do is you're going to have 3 exercises. You have 5 rounds in the top one, 3 rounds in the bottom. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then rounds 4 and 5 are just for the one specific exercise. My head's off camera again. I'm going to learn how to do this better, I promise. It's going to look better and more professional at some point. I'm just not sure when. So, the first thing you guys have is a single leg deadlift. 5 sets, 5 on each side. You have an overhead squat. This can be with or without weight. We're just going to do, I'm going to show you like without weight, just to kind of get you the mobility aspect of that specific exercise. And then we have get up sit-ups. Once you get, like I said, once again, once you do 1, 2, 3 of everything, the last 4 and 5, you're going to do just this specific exercise here. And then the last thing you guys have today for the fun little finish is 4 minutes. So it's 40 seconds work with a 20-second break. You only have 1 exercise this time. And can you guess? Can you guess what we're doing? Nope, not burpees. We're actually doing thrusters. So with that being said, those 2 sections of exercise with your fun 4-minute finisher, that's what you guys got going on today. So let's get on to the show where we talk, or onto the aspect of the show where we talk about what your exercises look like. So this way you have a general idea of what you can and can't do. Hey everybody, yeah! Here we go with the workout for today. Let's talk about the section 1. So with section 1 you got 3 exercises. It's, remember it's 3 rounds of everything, and then the last 2 rounds is just the top exercise. So your top exercise today is going to be a single arm hand plank with a row. So the idea is, what we're trying to do is, like I said, we're focusing on the pull for the first section of exercise. So the pull for the first section of exercise, what you're trying to do, you're going to have 1 feet between hip and shoulder width apart, squeezing your abdomen, and then you row the heaviest kettlebell or dumbbell you can. You do 5 on one side, switch it out, 5 on the other side, keeping your body as flat as possible. Can't do it from the ground? That's cool. Let's find a chair, let's find a couch, let's find a wall, anything that's going to allow you, like I said, to still continue to brace your ab and row at the same time. Because that's kind of the heavy focus for this actual exercise. So, same thing, hand on bench or hand on couch, and you're going to row 5 on each side for 5 sets. The next thing you guys have, after that, if you do not have a rubber band, that's okay. I'm going to show you the rubber band version, and then I'm going to show you the other version. So here, real fast, let me get a rubber band. Okay, so, here's what we're doing. We're going to grab a rubber band. And I got a rubber band, high and back, okay? So, I know, you were scared. It was weird. I'm awkward. Here we go. So, what we were doing was like, so with a rubber band or a rubber band tee, or a super band tee, what you're going to do is you're going to take the rubber band. If you have a rubber band at home, that's awesome. If you don't, like I said, I'll show you a different version. So what you're doing is you're going to attach the rubber band to the top end of the door or a door frame or something to that extent. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull it apart and let it back up. Keeping your arms straight, head back. Pull, you should feel it between your shoulder blades in the middle of the back. I'm going to do 3 sets of 15, or 3 sets of 12 of those. You don't have a rubber band, that's cool too. Like I said, what we're going to do now is we're just going to do the reverse fly. And with the reverse fly, with the last video, we'll talk about it here too. What you're going to do is grab yourself a set of dumbbells or a can of beans. Grab yourself some cans of beans. Grab a milk jug. Grab a child. Grab somebody else's child. I don't know, grab something. Or nothing at all, that's cool too. So, and what you're going to do, chest up, hips back, thumbs forward, thumbs up. Thumbs forward, thumbs up. And like I said, still squeezing if you feel it in the neck at all. You know, like I said, drop the weight and just do it with your body weight only, squeezing your shoulder blades together. The next exercise you guys are looking at after the super band T, like I said, you can't do it at the top of the door. Hi-yow, just like that. Or you can do band pull-aparts. That's another one you can do if you don't feel comfortable putting it at the door. That's cool. Just do more band pull-aparts because it's roughly the same idea. So the next thing you guys have after that is the open close crunch. Open close crunch is actually pretty simple. You can do this with or without weight. I'm going to show you without the weight, and then we'll show you the version with weight just in case. So what you're doing with the open close crunch, let's move my drink out of the way too. So we're going to lay down on the ground, and then from here what you're going to do, so you're going to start with your hands above your head, and you're going to start with your feet out in front of you. And then what you're going to do from here is this is the open position. Squeeze the abs, elbows to knees, and then back out. Elbows to knees, and then back out. If you want to apply weight, where you're going to apply the weight is at the over the head position. So holding a kettlebell, dumbbell, can of beans, can of milk, chicken broth, vegetables, rice, I don't care. So holding it above your head, same thing. Elbows to knees, and then back out. Elbows to knees, and then back out. That's section 1. Do those 3 exercises in the pattern that we talked about. Single arm plank with a row. A super band T, reverse delt fly, or like I said, band pull apart. Any one of those 3 is good. And then the last thing you have is an open close crunch with or without weight. Enjoy your exercises, and we'll talk about section 2 in just a second when you get done. Now that you're done with section 2, that's section 1. Now that you guys are done with section 1, let's talk about section 2. Inside of section 2, it's the same vault rules applying. 3 exercises. You got 5 rounds with the top one, 3 and 3. So you do everything 3, and then the top one 2 more times. So the first thing you're doing is a single leg deadlift. This can be done with or without weight, so let's just actually show you with weight, and then we'll show you once again without. So what you're going to do, you're going to grab kettlebell, dumbbell, or whatever you happen to have, and then what you're going to do from here is to get a better angle. So what you start is you're going to start off honestly with your feet together. Now from here what you're going to do is you're actually just going to prop one foot back, so you see where the toes kind of meet where the heel's at. So my knees, better angle, there we go. So my knees are roughly still in the same place. So they're still roughly together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to push your hips back, bend over, keeping the hips flat, and then back up. Down, and then back up. And you're going to feel it, so whichever hand has the weight, you're supposed to feel it in the opposite hip, or the opposite glute and the opposite hamstring. So you're going to do 5 on one side, switching it out, 5 on the other side. You want to do it without weight, that's cool too. Same basic process, except for you're going to reach forward. So you're going to reach forward, pushing the hips back, and then back up. You're going to swap those feet out. Same thing, like I said, back, and then back forward, 5 on each side. The next thing you have after that is an overhead squat. Here comes a little bit of fun thing. Like I said, the idea is for all these exercise programs and protocols, the idea is to be able to get you to do it with one implement or an implement in each hand. Like I said, this is also why we're getting you guys to come in, grab dumbbells or a kettlebell, or if you need to go to the store, pick your set of dumbbells and a kettlebell. This way you can do just about all the programming that we're going to have going forward. And then also if you want to grab some rubber bands for fun, so if you don't have a dumbbell or kettlebells but you want to use rubber bands, we can figure out how to do that stuff too. So what you have next is, like I said, the overhead squat. This, like I mentioned in the beginning, is just a body weight movement. do not worry about actually having weight in your hands while you're doing this, because this is a mobility exercise for both your core and the lower body. So what you're going to do, what you're going to focus on first, is just putting your hands over your head. Belly! So it's just hands over your head. What you're going to do next, feet between hip and shoulder width apart, and then the idea is keeping your head up, chest up, bracing your abdomen, tucking your pelvis under. What you're going to do then is you're going to squat down as far as you can comfortably, keeping your hands over your head, and then you're going to stand back up. Do it again, hands over your head, and then stand back up. Focusing on doing 3 sets of 12 of those. Do not feel like you have to do ass to grass. If you can't do ass to grass, that's fine. Do not do that. It's not necessary. Like I said, it's just about moving through that exercise and seeing where you're at. So, like I said, that can be done with or without weight. I'm going to suggest without, just because it is a brand new protocol. The next thing you have after that is a get-up, sit-up. This can be done with or without weight as well. Like I said, I'm going to show you both versions, as I always do. So what we're going to do, the first thing you have with the get-up, sit-up, is you're going to be on the ground again. Yeah, always on the ground. So you're here on the ground. What you're going to do is you're going to put the weight in one hand. With the weight in one hand, whatever that weight happens to be, the hand with the weight is the knee that's up. So let's move this over just a little bit. So it looks, there we go, that's better. So hand with weight, knee that's up. From this position, you're going to use the arm that doesn't have anything, and you're going to use that to help you roll up. So you're going to press the hand towards the ceiling, roll up on your elbow, and then from there you're going to push up onto your hand, and then you're going to come all the way back down. So it's push up, elbow, hand, down, down. You're going to do 12 on one side. You're going to switch it out. Same thing, push up, elbow, hand, down, down, 12 on the other side. If you can't do it with the weight, that's cool. Don't do it with the weight. No weights. Hands still up, knee still up. Still using the other hand, elbow, hand, and back down. Fantastic. And if you can't do those, honestly speaking, do more open close crunches. You're going to be getting roughly the same idea. So, those are your 3 exercises. Focus on those 3 exercises in the exercise protocol that we talked about. Once you get done with this section, go to the next part of the video, and then we'll get you all finished up. Are you done? Are you ready? Just go to the next one. Just go ahead and hurry up. Go to the next one. We're doing a great job. I love you guys. You're doing amazing. Keep going. I appreciate all that you guys are doing. Here we go. All right, guys. And now it's time to finish. Here comes a fun 4-minute finisher for Tuesday. This is the end of the workout. It's a little bit of a cardio burst. You guys can use the clock on the wall, timers on your phones. You guys, I know everybody has access to a clock of some kind. So with that clock of some kind, what you're going to do is you're going to focus on 40 seconds worth of work and 20 seconds worth of rest. Once again, 40 seconds worth of work, 20 seconds worth of rest. It's only one exercise this time, and that exercise is thrusters. Who doesn't like a good old-fashioned thruster? Me. I don't like them, but that's okay. I'm going to do them anyway because they make you better. So sometimes doing the thing you don't like makes you better. Spoonful of sugar, medicine, you get it. Let's do this. So what you're doing with the thrusters, you're going to grab an implement in each hand. Don't have implements? Just watch what I'm doing because I'm going to do it without implements. It's going to be fun. Yeah, because that's what I do. So hands at shoulder height, feet at shoulder width. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to do full squat, boom, boom, and then full press overhead. Yay! Down, do it again. Boom, boom. And you do that for 40 seconds. Take a 20-second break, hang out, and then do it again. You're going to do that 4 times. Super simple, super straightforward. Like I said, can't do it with weight. Do it without weight. It really is that simple, honestly speaking. These exercises are provided to you to help you understand how easy it is for you to be able to still continue to exercise, get what you need, and be able to do it at home. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns on anything, please feel free to hit me up. With that being said, while you guys are doing these workouts and having a great time, I'm going to need you to do one thing for me. What's the one thing for me I need you to do? I need you to tag me, and I need you to tag Titanium Training whether it's on Instagram or it's on Facebook. I want you to tag us, and then what I want you to do is I want you to post it on your feed. Show people that it is just as easy now as it has ever been to get everything you want with little to no equipment, and you're actually able to adapt to your surroundings. What I want you to do is, like I said, tag myself or tag Titanium Training on both Instagram and the Facebook, and then what you're going to do after that is you're going to put it with the hashtag adapt overcome. So it's hashtag adapt, hashtag overcome, hashtag no gym, no problem. I'm Brian. Enjoy your workout, and we'll see you guys next time. Be well.